Hello, good morning, and welcome to another Out of Spec Reviews video. It's currently 3 degrees Fahrenheit outside, extremely cold, and I have two pretty much identical Volkswagen ID4s behind me. We are bringing them to a fast charger, and we're driving them in completely different ways. The first car, we're going to drive nice and gently as a normal person would on their way to a charger. The other one, we're going to yo-yo. We're going to heat up the battery pack by flooring it full regen to try and heat it up and actually see how big of a difference in charging speed we can get over a 30-minute window when we plug into a fast charger. Should be interesting. We're going to walk you through the testing procedures. You're going to see how we conduct the test, and you're going to see, hopefully, the charging speed difference between these two. So the first thing that's important to know here, if you're new to our channel, is batteries charge really slow when they're cold, and sometimes not at all. 3 degrees Fahrenheit, these cars sat outside all night next to each other. We actually even drove them in identical tests yesterday, so they've been doing everything the same. They're both brand new 2023 ID4s. I'll, again, walk you through the testing procedures. But basically, battery packs hate to charge when they're cold. Volkswagen ID4 is not an electric car that supports battery preconditioning, which means when you select a charger in the navigation, nothing happens. Tesla, Rivian, now of course Hyundai Ioniq 5 and others, when you select a DC fast charger, go, oh, holy smokes, you're going to a fast charger. Let me run the onboard battery heater. I'll burn a little bit more energy, but when you plug into the charging station, it'll charge so much faster. So there's a way around battery preconditioning, and it's, at least in my experience, the fastest way to heat up the battery pack is to romp on the car. It's to floor it and go full regen and floor it and go full regen. And what that means is you're flowing a lot of energy in and out of the pack through the motors, and this spikes waste heat in the entire system. There's an equation called I squared R. So if we can pull and push a lot of current, we should have a lot of losses, and that will heat up the battery pack. So what we've done is we parked both ID4s last night at 38% state of charge here in Fort Collins, Colorado. We are going to drive them for exactly 30 minutes each at the same time in the same conditions, and one car is going to get driven nice and gently. The other car is going to get the balls kicked off of it, basically just absolutely ripping on it. And what we're going to see is if driving style can be a replacement for battery preconditioning. Basically, if you own one of these cars or if you live near a charging station and you can't charge at home, well, hopefully driving the piss out of your car will warm it up faster. Couple notes here. You need to make sure you're safe when doing this. We're not going to be driving like idiots on public roads. We're going to keep it within the legal limits, confines of driving. The other thing is, it's not really proven to hurt your battery pack to drive it super hard when it's cold. It's probably not the best thing for it though. So I don't think it's going to hurt anything. It's just like, okay, maybe it's not the most gentle thing you can do to your vehicle, but in some cases there's no other way. You just got to rip on it. And, you know, let's go do this thing. What do you say, Alyssa?
Yeah, let's get in those cars.
You're going to drive the normal way.
I'm going to drive normal. You're going to drive yo-yo.
Yep. And so I'll take the lowered one. I'll take
Okay.
Colton's full sport mode.
Okay.
And you take Michaela's.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Sounds good.
It is a cold morning right now. We are at 38% state of charge in Colton's car, the one I'll be driving. And Alyssa, this is Michaela's ID4. Thanks to both of them for loaning us their cars. She is at 39% state of charge. Now, of course, you're going to arrive to the charger with much higher percentage than I will. And that is mostly because of, you know, she's going to be driving super gently and I'm going to be ripping on this thing. But I think it's a very realistic test to have both cars parked overnight, two different driving styles. Let's go see the difference. We actually need to get this car charged up as soon as possible because they have to go somewhere. So we're in full mode. So basically, let's get everything set the way we want it and then head over to the...
All right, so how I would normally drive this car, everything is just a normal. Definitely going to put some heated seats on because it's cold. And then just keep the climate in auto. I think it's an auto medium. So that works out good. And then just drive like a normal human being. I'm currently at 39% state of charge with 79 miles predicted.
I'm going to go full sport mode in this thing and rip on it. Actually, if I put it in gear, you'll see severe power limitation. Almost no power available here because the battery is so cold. All right, so as soon as it goes to 12:14, let's head out and we'll plug in at 12:44. Yep, 12:14, we're heading out. You see how much of a power limit your car has?
12:14, bye. Yeah. All right, so we are off.
Hey everyone, I'm Max without a spec. I'm so glad Best Buy is sponsoring this video because courtesy of them, we have the Garmin Dash Cam Mini 2. This is a full HD dash cam. I don't actually have one set up on my Mini. And when you drive a fun little quirky car like a Mini Cooper, well, you want to keep it safe. You want to keep a guard on it. So this dash cam not only is active while I'm driving with voice commands in case, an accident happens, but it has a standby mode with Wi-Fi and power because you can plug it in with USB so that I can basically keep an eye on, all the characters that are coming up to my car, maybe checking it out. With this dash cam, I feel a lot more secure no matter where I park my car. And it's a Garmin device, so it's super well built. I really like their quality. Their product lineup is super easy to understand. And this Mini 2 in particular is just such a great form factor. Mini dash cam, mini car, it's a great fit. So I'm just getting this unit set up, but it was super easy, really painless unboxing experience. Of course, you get the dash cam itself, you get a spare stand in case you need to mount it somewhere else, and then you have, of course, your 12-volt car adapter that you plug in your USB cable to. So they give you a really nice long cable, super nice kind of black, just super refined look. So once I get this set up with Wi-Fi in my car, it's going to basically guard it while it's parked. I'll have the voice command so I can engage it while driving, and I really feel super secure knowing that basically this is recording in the cloud. So when it's connected and plugged in, all the files, all the recordings, they're going to be viewable in the Garmin Drive app, which I can just set up on my phone. So very seamless, painless process. And thank you again to Best Buy for sponsoring this video. And thanks to Garmin for making such a great product that I can put in my Mini.
She's going forwards. I got to go backwards. So, all right, well, we'll meet her over there at the charger. She's going normal. We're going full Sendy mode, where I'm going to do everything I can to heat this up, which is just going to be, there we go, full throttle, skids, traction controls flashing. We're sending it. Full brakes. Man, we can't get the Nokian tires on here fast enough. Why does the window go down when I roll it up? There we go. She's going left. I think we'll do the same. Oh, skids. Okay, full power. Come on, ID4. That's full power. It won't accelerate any more than that. It's just so cold. All right, let's see how much regen we get. Pretty good regen. Let's go into B mode. So there we go. Back to full power. It has no acceleration. It's so cold. Full regen. The car is indicating 11 degrees Fahrenheit. My Rivian was showing 3 when I arrived here. So I don't know, maybe it's warming up a little bit. But either way, very cold. So just so you guys get an idea, I'm just flooring it and then going full regen. And this is hopefully the fastest way to spike heat into the system. But when you have such little power output to work with, there's really not much you can do. Nice Volvo wagon.
And just driving it normally, I would say I'm a pretty fast driver considering.
Yeah, electric cars are certainly not as easy as combustion vehicles, but I will say combustion vehicles, you would never want to drive it hard when it's cold. At least here, we're not damaging anything. We're not hurting anything. The car obviously has self-protection built in, and all we're doing is trying to spike heat in it. So we'll see you in a few minutes. I'm just going to keep doing this. We're going to lose state of charge faster, which means we should have an opportunity to get better charging speeds. But again, the race, I should mention, the race is to 80% state of charge, which can hit it first.
So just driving it normally here, going the speed limit, or at least trying to. These electric cars, man, they just go. I can't help it sometimes. But anyways, things are heating up here pretty quickly, and Kyle is just right behind me, and we will be driving here for exactly 30 minutes and then plugging into the charger and see what happens.
So we're making some progress in the lowered ID4 here, just feeling a little car sick, if I'm honest. But really, this is an interesting one. I'm burning more energy, a lot more energy than Alyssa's burning in her ID4. But the race here is to charge to 80% state of charge. So we left with the same amount of electricity in the battery pack, and we're trying to get to the same amount of electricity, 80%, to where the cars click off. However, I think by driving this really hard, I'm going to end up heating up the battery pack, and I'm going to reach it first. That's the idea. I'm going to need to put in more energy. but because I'll have a warm battery, this is my theory, I'm gonna get to 80% faster. Let's hope. I got 30 minutes to warm this thing up. Oh man.
Pretty moderate traffic here, still just driving like I normally would. My Apple Maps is just routing to the charger. 30 minutes will be right at 12:44, so I'll still drive it around and just doodle around until it gets to that 30-minute mark, right on the dot, and then head over to the charger, or be at the charger by the 30-minute mark. And yeah, we just got a little bit of snow, nothing major, and the roads are completely fine. And just, you know, simple cruising, have the heated seat on. I don't have the heated steering wheel on. I sometimes put it on, I sometimes don't. But anyways, it's just a beautiful day here in Colorado, and I'm just cruising along as I should be, and not beating the piss out of it, quote Kyle, which he is just a couple cars behind me there. He's right behind that. Yep, he's coming up here hot soon. Let's see if he comes in for a pass. Nope, he's gonna hang out behind me. Okie dokie. And off he goes. You can kind of see his behavior a little bit, and I'm sure he's showcasing it as well. But what he's probably really doing is just taking his foot off the throttle and just hitting a bunch of regen in order to heat up that battery more, just by giving it, oh, yep, just pumping it on through. And I am just cruising along as I should be, as a normal human being. But I actually can speed it up here because it is 45, but oh well, just driving to the charger.
Well, we are in the car where we are yo-yoing, and I feel like we're making pretty good progress. Almost no power increase up until now. We've been at it for about 20 minutes of just straight yo-yos, full regen, full throttle. And, you know, I gotta say, the ID4 has taken the abuse just fine, no issues at all. And, you know, I think we're gonna be a lot faster than Alyssa, but even though we're stuck in a little bit of traffic, I'm still trying to yo-yo it as much as possible. So full power, full brakes. I'm so car sick. Let's see if we can pop into the right lane and go past some of this. Not really, but I think we can go to the right. I'm just trying to keep this thing moving and under load and out of traffic. So big regen, big throttle. These all-season tires are not very good in this snow situation, so got to make sure we're going nice and slow into corners. But just another few minutes and we're going to plug it in and see what happens.
So I have it calculated right now that we will be at the charger 1 minute before, so that is just perfect timing, especially there's a couple stoplights, so it might hold me up.
Well, there goes Alyssa pulling in. That's awesome. Let's see if we can squeeze here. Yes, we can. And full send. And oh, it looks like she definitely did not see all the snow there. Almost sent it into the curb, Alyssa. That's great. So we're getting pretty close to the point where we need to plug in. So just nice, gentle driving because the conditions are pretty bad here. But even then, look at that. Florida's just full traction control. Even regen is just ABS. And there we go, 12:44. I have 17%, a lot more power available. I'm going to be taking the 350 kilowatt. Alyssa's going to be taking the 150 over there. I imagine she's going to get a lot slower charging power than I will. So now the question is, how quickly will they charge? And, you know, we're a bit on a time crunch. So I'm thinking 80% might be a bit extreme. I'm thinking maybe we do a 60% target charge. I think that's going to be a little bit better for everyone's schedule. So let's see who can get to 60% quickest. That'll be the plan. I'm going to get this thing charging. We'll see how long it takes after yo-yoing it in 6° Fahrenheit upon arrival. Well, my EA app is bricked, so I have to pay the full price with a credit card. Alyssa is using her EA app. I've arrived at 17% state of charge, and you've arrived at 24. Let's take a look at the mile per kilowatt hour difference. Keep an eye on how fast it starts charging there, Alyssa. 24%. Let's go over here and let's take a look at the charging difference. So let's go. Kyle, thank you. I have my profile on here. Vehicle data since start, 1.9 miles per kilowatt hour, 32 minutes or so. So if you hit continue there, it should say, yep, let's take a look at ours over here to see what we're charging at. So this is us plugging in. Ionic wants to roll up. Sorry, station's full, buddy. You're at 31 kilowatts plugging in at 24%. We're at 133 kilowatts at 17%. Holy smokes, that's awesome. So a huge difference in charging speed. 133 on the Yo-Yo car versus 30. That is night and day. And again, I burned more energy getting here. Let's take a look at the amount that we did. This F-150 is charging to full. They plugged in at 80%. They're at 91. It took 56 minutes to go from 80 to 91%. Insane. We are now at 18%, doing 130 kilowatts. Pretty freaking awesome. Wow, I'm surprised at how well that worked. The one thing I want to see though is our efficiency. So Colton's profile since start 1.6 miles per kilowatt hour. Okay, not too bad. The exact same time. And so now we'll see which one charges faster to 60% state of charge. I think I'm going to surpass Alyssa in no time at all. Now the active charging should heat up the battery pack, of course, but yeah, that is the downside of no battery preconditioning here. So let's take a look, see if we're still doing good speeds. 137, hopefully it'll just continue and ramp here on this one. 136 now, something like that. I hope you can see the screens are really bad. And Alyssa, how are you doing?
Still at 31.
Still at 31.
You always give me the slower performing car.
Yeah, the slower performing car. Well, Jess needs her car back.
Yeah, I know, but it's just every video I always have the...
You're always the loser in the videos. Yeah. We are now roughly 3 minutes in. This just ticked up from 24 to 25%, and I'm already at 24% doing 130 kilowatts. That lightning is completely clogging the station. Of course, we are running this experiment, but we actually have to charge the cars. This thing's just 92%. It's been here 59 minutes. Wow, just crazy. So we're charging to 60%, and then Alyssa and I are getting out of here. So Alyssa, we decided we're going to keep climate off for the charging just to keep it fair. That way we're not running heat in one car and not heat in the other, because that can make a difference. Yeah, so if you go back to the charging menu, you're at 25% doing 31 kilowatts. I'm at 25% doing 137.
Literally over 100.
That is the difference of why you need to yo-yo your car. I say, even if it degrades the battery just slightly, worth it, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean 100%, especially if you're on a road trip, or, I mean, a lot of the times when I start my road trips, I don't always start full because I'm at my apartment now, and so I don't get fast charging.
Right, you're just on a 110, yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes I have to jump from my garage straight over to an EA charger, so it's good to know that I just need to romp around a little bit to get a little faster speed.
Right, and the e-tron also has a lot of cobalt in the battery pack, more than these, I think, and cobalt loves the cold, so that really helps the battery. Wow, you're slowing down almost 26, 27 kilowatts. Yeah. You'll be here for a while, Alyssa. Unless you want to take Jess's car back to her, I can wait with this so we can see the time difference.
That might be best for filming.
Yeah, I think that'll be better for filming. So you'll take Jess's car back. I saw you slip around on that ice back there.
Yeah, well, it's really...
You gotta go slow.
I was going slow.
You almost curved the crap out of this thing.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
You were full understeer.
No, I did not. I was in full control. I knew exactly what I was doing.
Okay.
Definitely need some studs though.
Yeah, we're getting studded tires for this one and non-studded on Colton's, and that'll be another interesting. We are now at 59% state of charge. We've almost completed. Let's head out to the charger. Let's see how long it's been. 19 minutes on the nose. It's doing 50 kilowatts at 60% right there. And there we go, popped off. It was actually doing 80 kilowatts up until that point. So let's unplug. There we go, 34 kilowatt hours. I hate these screens. In 19 minutes, $15.60, because my app didn't work. I had to pay full price. So let's have the Ionic pull around. Yep. So he's gonna pull around and come on in, and then I don't know, the lady in the Kia seems like she's gonna be a Karen and try and steal the spot. So Alyssa's waiting for the Ionic to pull up. All right, well, I was just about to actually unplug the ID4 so that the EV6 owner could charge, but turns out the Lightning owner just got back to his truck at Okay. And so then now the EV6 owner can go. We're only doing 27 kilowatts. We're still at 35%. That ID4 is already gone. So this is going to take a while to get to 60%, I think. So you can see we have about 27 kilowatts going into the battery pack. And according to the charger, you probably can't see it back there, we have about 33 going into the car. So there's about 5 or 6 kilowatts of loss there. And I think most of that is going to actually to battery heating. So while we're sitting here plugged in, it's running the battery heater, trying to warm up. I'm really curious if it can get cell temperatures up to the point we're at 60% state of charge, or between here and 60, if it will actually ramp up charging. The thing is, though, batteries actually need to get hotter as you get higher state of charge to kind of fit the energy in. So while our heating needs might be less here, it actually needs to be even warmer up here. So hopefully it can do it. I don't know, but definitely no question, if you own an ID4, make sure you yo-yo that thing on the way to a charger, try and get faster speeds.
So I've made it back home here. Kyle is still at the charger. It's been well over 30 minutes since I've left. So thanks, Blue. Definitely yo-yo your car if it's really cold outside, to heat up that battery in order to get faster charging. This is just absolutely insane. And it really goes to show that Kyle... Welcome to my life.
We have been here almost an hour and we're just about to complete at 60%. This ID4 plugged in, they're getting 50 kilowatts, so they have a little bit warmer battery pack, but still 50 kilowatts on that one. You know, we got 130, was it, right? Somewhere around there on the fully yo-yoed car. So my goodness, the difference between 19 minutes and 60 minutes make, near as makes no difference. Just totally insane here. So, yep, let's wrap up the video with our final thoughts. Once this completes, I'll give you the final time, and then we'll basically give you our recommendations as to how to get to a charger so you don't sit here for an hour. There we go. We just completed at 60% state of charge. Let's take a look at the situation here. 31 kilowatt hours in 59 minutes. Oh my goodness. That is what cold weather will do to electric cars. I'm not here to make electric car ownership look easy or simple. These are things you have to know as an EV owner, or you will just end up wasting so much time at chargers. So just to wrap up the video, 19 minutes to get to 60% in the car that we yo-yoed, and for the same exact car, same model year, same 77 kilowatt hour usable pack, identical cars down to the last option, it took an hour just driving normally. Now, I have seen it where those cables have derated down to those similar speeds, but I've also seen it where ID4 just charges kind of at that same. So I actually unplugged the ID4, tried it on another charger as well, also got pretty slow speed. So I don't think it was hardware limited. Pretty sure the car just was a frozen brick and did not want to charge that fast. So there you go. If you live in a cold weather state, buy a car with battery preconditioning. If you don't, make sure you yo-yo your car, and I'd be really curious to see what some of our battery experts think in the comments. Do you think this will measurably increase degradation in your battery pack by yo-yoing? I have heard some rumors, some ideas that maybe that's the case. Others saying, no, it's totally fine. You guys let me know what you think. Either way, I'll give up some degradation to not sit at a charger for an hour, but that's just my opinion, of course. So thank you so much for watching. See you in another one soon. Bye-bye.